so easy to get obsessed with the latest and greatest piece of kit, right? I mean, I'm guilty of this more than anyone. But in today's video, I want to talk a bit about old gear that still sounds amazing even today. Now more than ever, we're bombarded with new releases, whether it's guitars, amps, pedals, mics, or audio interfaces. But here's the thing, just because something's old doesn't mean it's outdated. In fact, some of this old gear can sound just as good, if not better, than what's being made today. Also, when it comes to audio, I feel that things don't become obsolete as quickly as, say, cameras or computers. I've tried ribbon microphones made in the 1940s and 50s that sound absolutely incredible and would stand up to any modern mic, no problem. Now, the reason I'm telling you all this is because I recently came across this preamp in my studio. This is a Ap-13 made by Rane. This was probably made in like the 80s or 90s. This is an acoustic preamp made for acoustic instruments, dual preamp, stereo, and it's just been gathering dust. I just haven't used it in years and it's just kind of been forgotten about, and I thought, why not just dust it off and see if it still works. The Ap-13 is a 2-channel preamp in a 1U rack unit. It's got a ton of features, a 7-band EQ for each channel, low cuts, phase switches, and even send and return controls. You can pan each channel for a really wide sound too. I mean, this thing is built to last. So this thing has a US plug. So I got one of these converters that converts it into a UK plug. And I'm in the EU, I'm in Berlin, in Germany. So I need another converter that converts that into an EU plug. Then it should work. I've got another problem. This is the power source, the power cable that goes in. This is like an Ethernet plug, but it's missing the clip, which kind of clips it into place. So it can easily fall out. It might be an easy solution. I'm thinking maybe I try a bit of blue tack. We'll see. So now it's plugged in, it's fired up, it's working, it's ready to go, and now we're just gonna take a listen and see how it sounds. So what I'm doing is going through the EQ and kind of getting a sound that I like, and switching the phase invert and just kind of getting a feel for it. I'm really liking the sound. It's giving me a very clear sound. It's giving me lots and lots of gain, which I really like. It sounds great to me. I'm really loving it. So it's designed for like an internal mic. So if you have a pickup with an internal mic in your guitar, then you can then blend the two using this preamp. Either you have like it part of your pickup, or you can have it just as a separate pickup. I used to have that as like a separate output. So I had 2 outputs from my guitar. One would be a pickup, one would be a mic. At the moment, it's just the pickup, which it's okay. I'm not a fan of just the pickup alone, the sound of just the pickup. I much prefer to blend a mic with it. So that's what I would do if I was performing live. But in this situation, I'm just going to be using the pickup, and then I might combine it with this microphone. We'll see. But I really like the send and return feature, so I can then put in effects. So I'll experiment with that. I'll bring in some effects and we'll see how that sounds. should mention that I'm using a K&K Pure Mini pickup. So this is like a contact pickup, 3 contact pickups just on the inside of the bridge. It's passive, there's no active electronics inside the guitar. So everything that you're hearing is being basically the preamp stages. Everything is this preamp here that you're hearing. There's no other effects. I'm not going to process the sound at all. What you're hearing is just the pure sound into my audio interface, and I'm straight on to recording into the DAW. I'm not going to process anything. So now I'm going to leave this mic on, and you can kind of hear how it would sound with a mic a little bit. So I usually use a small diaphragm condenser on stage. This is a large diaphragm, but it doesn't matter. It kind of gives you an idea how it could sound blending a pickup with a microphone. Hey, this is a quick intermission to let you know about the songwriting community I have over on my website, fabianholland.com. This is a resource for all singers, songwriters, and guitarists that will not only educate you, but it will inspire and motivate you to get you to the next level in your musical journey. So click the link in the description down below, and I look forward to seeing you in the community. Now back to the video. So this thing sounds absolutely fantastic. I love how there's so many different options to do things at the back. I can definitely see myself using this in the future. And this thing is just built rock solid, you know. It's a little impractical that it's a rack unit rather than a small preamp. But for studio use, this is absolutely great. Another thing that I love about this is that it has so many different outputs. I love it when preamps have lots of different outputs, because that means it's something that you can do something with. You can further process that signal again. This is something that I really like to do. So it's got like tuner output. It's got an output for your pickup separately. So you can do something with that. It's got send and return mono and stereo. I could be playing with this for days. And I probably will be, to be honest. It's just got so much in here. So as well as all these outputs, it's also got like line outputs, and it's got XLR outputs, the main outputs separately in stereo. And you can change that to mono if you want. I mean, this company still exists, but they don't really make stuff for acoustic players or for bands anymore. They do more kind of DJ stuff. So this was, you know, back in the 80s or 90s. It's a really cool company that just made this really nice and affordable preamp. So what's the point of this video? I guess just because something is old and a little bit outdated doesn't mean you should overlook it. This thing cost me maybe $100 secondhand, and it's totally worth it. It's absolutely incredible. You just need to do a bit of research, do a bit of digging, you know, but you can really find some amazing gems out there that will really add something special to your setup. Let me know in the comments below if you have a particular piece of gear that's maybe old and a little bit outdated, but it's just really, really high quality and you just can't do without it. Let me know in the comments what that is. I'd really, really love to know. So I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. If you want to hang out some more, then make sure you click on this video here, and I'll see you over there. Bye.